Yo, I'm Troy, this is TM Fitness, welcome to Whiteboard Waffling. Okay, rest periods and recovery. So this video, in combination with my videos on how to get muscle gains and on controlling exercise intensity, will give you everything you need to know to set up a really good strength and conditioning program or gym training plan. This is the fourth attempt at getting this video right because the lip sync keeps going out, so fingers crossed. All right, so Brad Schoenfeld is one of the top guys in the world of sports science when it comes to talking about strength and conditioning and programming and everything else. He had a paper from 2010 called The Mechanisms of Muscle Hypertrophy. Look it up on Google. It's a science journal. It's not a novel, so it's a pretty dry read. We're going to talk about the rest intervals between sets, the rest intervals between workouts, and a little bit about recovery, and then I'm going to talk about the programming, how to put it into a program. So according to Schoenfeld, there's three basic rest intervals between sets. You've got short, which is up to 30 seconds, moderate, which is 60 to 90 seconds, and long, which is 3 minutes plus. The short intervals will be more for your kind of circuit training and some of the lighter accessory work. Your moderate rest interval, the 60 to 90 second rest interval, will be for most of the training that you do in the gym, and it's probably suitable for hypertrophy. The longer rest periods are for maximal strength work because it's more taxing on your central nervous system when you're doing maximum strength, like powerlifting, so it takes longer for your system to replenish and recover. It can take, I believe, up to about 15 minutes for your body to completely replenish the ATP system and your creatine, phosphate and all that stuff. But yeah, 3 minutes is a pretty good minimum rest period for those heavier sessions. However, he does note in the paper that the majority of strength capacity is regained in the first minute of rest. So if you're not doing maximal strength training, a rest of around a minute, or this moderate 60 to 90 second period, is probably going to be fine for most of you. When it comes to rests between workouts, generally speaking, the recommendation is that you train your muscle groups on alternate days at least, or you give the muscles at least 24 to 48 hours to recover fully. If you're doing a lot of eccentric work and it's a very hard session, go more towards that 48-hour end of the scale. This will obviously depend on each individual and how well conditioned you are and how strong you are. Elite CrossFit athletes, for instance, will be doing 2 or 3 sessions per day, 6 days a week. So, their body's much more adapted to it. So listen to your body, but as a general rule, 24 to 48 hours between workouts is ideal. Sleep is really important. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, you're affecting your gains. So the recommendation is 7 to 9 hours. I did a video just recently about sleep, so if you want to learn more about that, go back and watch that video. But 7 to 9 hours for most people. Poor sleep will lead to poor production or low production of testosterone and human growth hormone. Testosterone and human growth hormone, HGH, are the main hormones that are going to help with the growth and repair of your muscles. If you're getting incomplete sleep, you're affecting your gains. You're not going to be getting the gains that you have the potential to be getting because you're affecting your hormone production. So make sure you get a good night's sleep. As I say, if you're working on hypertrophy, for the majority of your work, aim for a rest period of about a minute between sets. If you're doing powerlifting, aim for 3 to 5 minutes in most cases. And for your accessory work and your isolation work, where you're working smaller muscle groups, and maybe you're doing kind of more muscular endurance work with higher reps, 30 to 60 seconds is probably fine. Always train opposing muscles or movements. Where you need to give those muscles 24 to 48 hours to recover, you can't keep training the same movements and the same muscle groups day on day. You need to give the muscles a chance to recover. So here's a really simple example to illustrate that. So on this side, we're doing a push day and a pull day. So you're working opposing muscle groups, opposing movement patterns. So for example, Monday, push, Tuesday, pull, Wednesday, rest, repeat. Simple, right? If you're doing the same movement patterns and same muscle groups on the same day, then you would train on alternate days. So for instance, Monday push-pull, Tuesday rest, Wednesday push-pull, repeat. Simple, right? And those rest days could be a mobility session, it could be some cardio, or it could just be, you know, a full-on rest day. It's up to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're hardcore and you want to train more than that. That's fine. But again, you've got to think about those movement patterns and those muscle groups. So a more advanced way of incorporating these kind of push-pull patterns into your training for somebody who's looking for, you know, really good gains and really enjoys their resistance training, you would do a push-pull legs program, and that will be either 5 days or 6 days per week, depending on how many leg days you have. So 5 days would be 1 leg day, 6 days would be 2 leg days. Here's the example of that. And when I say push-pull, we're talking upper body push, upper body pull, and then a leg day. Okay, so here's an example of what that would look like over 6 days. Day 1, push. Day 2, pull. Day 3, legs. Day 4, push. Day 5, pull. Day 6, legs. Day 7, rest. So that's Monday to Saturday, push, pull, legs, rest on Sunday, like Craig David. A nice quick one for you. So that's rest periods and recovery in a nutshell. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Please subscribe to the channel. Click like on this video and I'll catch you soon. Laters.